fucking spilled, for fuck's sake.
Take two.
Wow, mate. What a night. Oh my God. What a night. What a performance. Oh my God. I've not enjoyed a game down the valley like that in God knows how long. I know it's early days this season, but come on, man. Like, that was absolutely incredible tonight. I haven't enjoyed a game like that in so long. What a night. What a night, and what an outstanding performance from Ben Garner's men. It finished at the Valley tonight. Charlton Athletic 5, Plymouth Argyle 1. An absolutely battering performance from the Addicts. A 5-star performance. Honestly, incredible. With the only negative being us not being able to keep a clean sheet, which I was a bit disappointed with. However, that takes nothing away from the performance. My God, absolutely outstanding from start to finish. Lord have mercy, we were seriously good tonight. Barely let Plymouth into the game at all. We absolutely tore them apart, if I'm being honest. The stats, in terms of the shots specifically, will show that it was a bit of an even game, I guess you could say. I think we had, 19 shots compared to their 13. So they did have quite a lot of efforts on goal. But to be fair, a lot of them were shanked over the bar from them. But yeah, we were absolutely fantastic. Definitely worthy of the 3 points and definitely worthy of the goals, to be honest, because I think, the game was dead and buried after the second goal specifically. And Plymouth, by the end of the game, just wanted it to end. You know, they just lost all hope and we just cruised to victory from there, really. I'm absolutely loving Garnerball at the moment. I am loving this new style, this attacking style. You know, we had concerns after the Sheffield Wednesday game where we didn't score. You know, basically what we done to Derby happened to us. You know, we dominated large portions of the game, just didn't take our chances. And tonight we took our chances in abundance, scoring 5 goals, 5 different scorers, 4 players getting their first goals of the season. So we'll get into this match reaction, shall we? With pleasure. And yeah, we will begin with the starting 11. We named 3 changes from the side that was defeated at Hillsborough against Sheffield Wednesday. So Steven Sessegnon was rested at left back and was replaced by Charles Clayden. Ryan Inniss was rested and he was replaced by Sam Lavelle, and Jesurun Rak-Sakyi made his debut in place of Corey Blackett-Taylor. They didn't have all too much against Inniss coming out of the side. I thought Lavelle was a decent replacement. I think it was about time really that he got a start this season. The other 2 I did express concern with. Obviously, I know we have to manage minutes and we have to rest players. It obviously was a risk to take out what I would say our 2 best performing outfield players so far this season. I was interested to see how Rak-Sakyi would get on in today's game. Obviously, there's a lot of hype surrounding him and I was just hoping that maybe he could do the business. But the one that expressed concern from me anyway was Charles Clayden. Obviously, it is really nice to see him get a start. And obviously, I do rate him as a player. I do think he's a good up-and-coming player. And it was really nice to see him get involved in the team for the first time this season. But I had doubts as to whether maybe left back is his position. Yeah, I had no real complaints with the rest of the starting 11. As for Plymouth, like I said before the game anyway, they're not mugs. They are a good side. You know, they've started quite well this season. Obviously, I think they beat Barnsley on the opening day and they got a win. No, they lost to Fleetwood, sorry. And then they beat Peterborough, which of course is a very good result for them. And they have got some good players. Obviously, Ryan Hardy done really well for them last season. Barney Mumba on loan. I felt he was going to offer them something in the wide wing-back position. Obviously, replacement from Steven Sessegnon. Morgan Whittaker, I remember him doing really well against us when he was at Lincoln on loan last year. So he was going to be a threat. Yeah, like I say, Schumacher, you know, he does know how to get that side playing. And obviously defensively as well, they're good as well. That back 3, they like to play of Gillespie, Wilson and Scar. And obviously Michael Cooper, who was in the team of the year last season for League One. He's a good goalkeeper. Obviously not today because he shipped in 5. But yeah, no, going into the game, you know, I thought it was going to be a tough game. You know, I thought that they were going to offer a bit of a challenge. And in the first half, they actually drew the first blood, if you will, in terms of the first shot of the game. Finn Azaz fired a shot just wide after Ryan Hardy made Sam Lavelle look like an absolute mug, put him on ice skates, really. Skated past him, backheeled it back to Azaz, and he fired a shot on the left foot across goal, and it did sail wide. That was their most threatening opportunity of the first half. I thought it was quite even. in the opening exchanges, but of course it was us that drew the official first blood in a scoring the first goal through Jesurun Rak-Sakyi, scoring on his debut. We'll get into him a bit more detail later on as the video progresses, but his goal, obviously, I think a cross, I'm trying to remember it in my head right now. Cross came in, Stockley headed it in towards goal. Michael Cooper made a save, parried it into the path of Rak-Sakyi, and I didn't actually realise this at the time, but he actually took 2 touches at the back post. He takes 1 touch, which gets really close to the post. I thought at first when I was watching it back on the highlights and the crossbars at half time, I thought he'd really fucked it up when he made that first touch, but he got it so close to the post and he just slams it into the back of the net. Rak-Sakyi makes it 1-0. First goal on a Charlton shirt. After watching him tonight, first impressions, he is way too good for League One. Honestly, he is a unreal baller. Obviously, the only downside to it is, yes, he comes from Crystal Palace. Seriously, the kid is an unbelievable player. And if he keeps that up, he is going to be a seriously good player for us, provided he doesn't get recalled in January, which I'm bloody hoping doesn't happen based off that performance. But yeah, really happy for Rak-Sakyi. You could see straight away that the kid has got confidence, takes players on. He's not afraid to cut inside. You know, there was one, passage of play that he had before his goal where he was just cutting Plymouth's defence apart. There's another opportunity he had where he just cut in on his left foot, had a shot on the left foot, it blazed over the bar. I think he was involved in what could have been the second goal when he put a ball into the box towards Charlie Kirk at the far post, and Kirk sailed a shot wide from the far post. But yeah, I think after we took the lead, Plymouth started to get forward a little bit. They had a couple opportunities. Joe Wollacott, again, with some really good saves. He got down really well to deny one from the edge of the area. And there was one where they got in towards the back post and they were putting balls into the area. They crossed one across goal, and Wollacott got across really well to make the save and get it out for a corner. So, we weren't really letting them have anything in that first half. Like I said, they didn't really have any threatening opportunities apart from Azaz's chance inside the first few minutes. And obviously, we were having a couple of opportunities as well. Like I just mentioned, the Kirk one at the far post. We were getting forward a bit. Jayden Stockley, again, headed a shot straight at the goalkeeper. That's the 3rd time he's done that at the Valley now this season. He headed 2 at Joe Wildsmith against Derby a couple of weekends ago now, and done the same thing again today against Michael Cooper. Crossing from Charlie Kirk, a really good cross, and he just headed it straight at him. He's got to do a lot better, to be honest with you, from that position. But Jayden Stockley's first goal of the season would come through a penalty. Now, we are going to talk about this because it is definitely up for debate. Obviously, the cross comes in, well, I say it's up for debate. It is 100% a penalty. The debate is for the red card. Now, obviously, James Wilson was given a straight red card for the handball. It is, blatant as day. It's a handball. His arm is up in the air, and Charlie Kirk, he fires across goal and his arm's there and hits him in the arm. It is blatantly a handball, and, you can't really argue with it. Whether it's a red card or not, though, is for debate. My first impression of it is that it was a really harsh red card, because from one angle, I still kind of do, because from one angle it looks like it's going in, which obviously is denying a goal scoring opportunity. It is a red card. But from another angle, it looks like it's flying over the bar. The referee, with absolutely no hesitation really, sends Wilson off, and obviously Stockley does dispatch the penalty, sends Cooper the wrong way into the bottom left corner to make it 2-0. And from then on, really, the game was killed off. There was no way that Plymouth were going to get back into it from that stage. But yeah, the red card is up for debate. A part of me thinks that it was going in, and obviously if it was going in, then obviously the red card. But from another angle, it looked like it was going over the bar. So yeah, it's a tough one to call. Part of me thinks it's harsh, part of me thinks it doesn't. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, Stockley dispatches the penalty. I'm not complaining, of course. I'm not complaining whatsoever. We've got to play against 10 men now, and obviously we did make it 3-0 before half-time through what could quite possibly be the goal of the season already. I genuinely think this goal could top Aaron Henry's goal, or is a serious contender for it. It, of course, came through Clare with an absolute thunder bastard. Albie Morgan lays it off to... No, sorry, it's not Albie Morgan, is it? It was Charlie... Was it Charlie Kirk? I think it was Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk lays it off to Clare on the right-hand side. He takes one touch. We're talking, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 yards out on the right side of the box. And he just absolutely lamps one into the top corner, hits the inside of the top corner of the post and flies into the back of the net. It is an absolutely outstanding strike. No keeper is saving that. It is absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I don't remember the last time we went into the break 3-0 up. And then in terms of the second half, I went into that second half expecting us to absolutely batter them. The only negative from tonight's performance, I will say, was the fact we didn't keep a clean sheet, and I thought it was quite poor defending, to be honest, that led to their goal. Obviously, Jack Payne, who come on, should I say, in place of Scott Fraser. That is in terms of substitutions, actually. Who was the first to come off? I think Rak-Sakyi was the first to come off. Was he the first to come off? No, sorry. Sean Clare was the first to come off. And then Albie Morgan was moved to right back, which I thought was quite strange at the time. I didn't know what to think about that. And obviously Conor McGrandles came on in the middle of the pitch. He done quite well, actually. I remember he having a couple of goal scoring opportunities. I think he got put in through Charlie Kirk once, and he fired a shot which was saved by Michael Cooper, I think. Went out for a corner. So I think he done all right when he came on. And then Rak-Sakyi came off. Miles Leaburn replaced him. And obviously Jack Payne came on for Scott Fraser. And then the final substitution was Eoghan O'Connell coming off in place of Ryan Inniss, I think, after the 4th goal, which we'll get onto in a little bit. But yeah, in terms of Plymouth's goal, it was Morgan Whittaker who got the goal, who I singled out in the intro as one of the bigger threats for Plymouth. And yeah, it's a really good goal. There's nothing I can take away from Whittaker. It's a good finish, but yeah, pretty poor defending. We should really have cut him out long before then. Obviously, like I said, Payne gave the ball away. He just cuts inside past 3 defenders and he just hits a shot from the edge of the area. Wollacott tries to get across to save it, but it goes in the back of the net. And like I say, it's a great finish from Whittaker. You can't take anything away from him from that shot. But yeah, it's pretty poor defending. And that, to be honest, was the only negative from the game, because I felt from then on we absolutely bossed it. You know, some of the passing we were pulling off today was absolutely exceptional. We gave the ball away a couple of times. I remember in the first half, I hate to point out individuals specifically, but I felt Morgan, Fraser and Rak-Sakyi in particular in the first half gave the ball away a couple of times. But the thing I will say is they recovered. I felt Morgan was outstanding tonight. I would give him man of the match. He absolutely bossed it. Even when he was at right back, he absolutely controlled it. You know, he was absolutely exceptional tonight. You know, when he would give the ball away, he would make up for it and he would recover. The same with Fraser. I felt he recovered the ball every time he lost it. Rak-Sakyi was putting in a shift as well. But like I say, we absolutely controlled the game. And of course, we didn't stop there after Plymouth did get a goal back. We managed to get 2 more. The first one through Charlie Kirk, a sigh of relief really from Kirk, and obviously said it on Twitter. He said, fucking finally, that he got his first goal, so he knows himself how much that means to him. And yeah, really good finish as well. I say good finish. Obviously helped on a little bit through the deflection. Ball coming across from Payne or Morgan, I think, and it comes to Kirk at the back post. He fires across goal and it comes off the Plymouth defender. It goes in the back of the net. There's nothing that the defender can do. And yeah, it goes down as Kirk's goal. And yeah, a much needed goal from Kirk, really, to be honest. A really, really deserved goal. And hopefully that is the floodgates opening for Kirk. It was really nice to see him get a goal tonight. And I'm really, really happy for him. And hopefully this is the beginning of his season. He can start to get more goals and assists for the rest of this season. And of course, the 5th goal was from our now top goal scorer, Miles Leaburn. A goal in front of the covered end. That moment, it can't be topped, really. What an absolutely unbelievable moment. You know, Leaburn got played in. He lays it off to Jack Payne. I think Payne, did he try and have a shot or try and put it back across? I wasn't entirely sure, but he tried to do something and it come off the Plymouth defender. It falls kindly to Leaburn and he drills it into the far corner. It is a brilliant finish, and obviously the crowd just absolutely took off. I went absolutely mental when Leaburn scored among with the people that were surrounding me. The knee slide in front of the covered end. You know, you just cannot go wrong with that moment. It is just absolutely unbelievable. And yeah, that goal just tops off an absolutely outstanding performance from the Addicts. And that is how the game ended. Charlton Athletic 5, Plymouth Argyle 1. Yeah, like I said, absolutely bossed it from start to finish. The only negative being we didn't keep a clean sheet. It was quite poor defending, but you can't take anything away from the finish. It is a really good finish from Whittaker, but that is the only praise I will give Plymouth, because I'll be honest with you, they just had nothing in the game, really. We just absolutely controlled it from start to finish. Like I said in the intro, by the end of the game, it just looked like they just gave up. You know, they just wanted the game to end, you know, because we just absolutely bossed it. We just kept on coming and coming and coming, attack after attack after attack, and that is Garnerball. That is Garnerball to a T. And I can't wait for the rest of the season to see us play like that. But yeah, a 5-star performance, and I cannot say a bad word about any of the players. Wollacott, apart from not keeping a clean sheet, obviously put in some decent saves and did the job. Sean Clare, outstanding when he was playing. O'Connell, big improvement from what I've seen, especially over the last few games. Like I say, I haven't seen the QPR Sheffield Wednesday games, but there was a serious improvement tonight for sure. You know, he was able to cut out a couple of attacks. You know, he put in a couple of tackles. Lavelle was also decent as well. Clayden, I thought he was better going forward. You know, there was definitely a link-up play between him and Kirk. You know, you could see that he is naturally a winger, you know, because he was pushing forward a lot. He was getting forward a lot. I felt defensively, you know, I didn't see an awful lot from him, but he did make a couple tackles, you know, here and there, made a tackle here and a tackle there. But I don't know, man. I'm not massively sold on him at left back, but I will say he put in a good shift in today. Dobson was the usual Dobson, a little bit, I guess you could say a little bit quiet, but he did tidy up a little bit in the middle of the park. Morgan, as I said, man of the match. He absolutely bossed it in the middle of the park, and obviously when he went to right back, I was a bit weirded out by that, but you know, he put in a shift in that position. Fraser gave the ball away a couple of times, and I must say I still want to see a little bit more from Fraser, but when he did lose the ball, he did recover, and he did move the ball back quite nicely in the middle of the pitch a couple of times, so I was somewhat impressed by his performance. Rak-Sakyi, he's going to be a serious baller for us at this level. Like I said, from first impression, he looks way too good for this level. And yeah, if we're able to keep him for the full season, that is obviously, hopefully Palace don't recall him in January, but he is going to be a seriously good player and a serious competition for the likes of Blackett-Taylor and Jayden and that, and Kirk as well. You know, he's going to be serious competition. Charlie Kirk, I'd probably say the best game I've seen him playing a Charlton shirt so far. He was brilliant tonight. Stockley, obviously really good to get his first goal of the season. There's not really much pressure on him compared to the rest of the players. Obviously, with him scoring a goal, it's not really a confidence boost, is it? You know, because he should realistically be scoring more goals. And he had a couple of opportunities. I think, to be fair, that's the most active I've seen him in games this season. So yeah, really happy for him to get his first goal, and hopefully that will be the first of many. I felt McGrandles done okay. Still want to see a little bit more from him. Obviously it is early days, but like I say, he did have one opportunity on goal, and yeah, I felt he was all right when he came on. Leaburn was fantastic when he came on. Payne again was a nuisance when he came on. He's going to be a seriously good player for us this season, provided that he does get minutes. I would like to see him start a game here and there. Maybe he starts on Saturday against Cambridge. I don't know. But yeah, Payne again looks pretty decent. And obviously Inniss, well, I can't really give him a rating in my player ratings in the description. Fingers crossed we can carry on those performances throughout the rest of the season. Cambridge on Saturday is not going to be an easy game. Cambridge were one of the more impressive sides I've seen us play last season. They got an absolute thumping tonight. Fratton Park losing 4-1 to Portsmouth, which I thought was quite surprising considering Cambridge's starts of the season. But yeah, they're going to present a difficult test, but I'm sure that we will go into that game with loads of confidence after that performance. 5-1, an absolutely unbelievable display. The atmosphere, despite it being a little bit empty at the Valley tonight, well, I say a little bit, it was very empty tonight for a league game, which I was quite disappointed with. However, the atmosphere was outstanding. In the covered end especially, it was absolutely brilliant. Fair play to the Plymouth fans, and to be fair to them, they brought at least over 1,000 fans, maybe even more than that. Which is a hell of a journey on a Tuesday night coming up from Plymouth all the way to South London. So fair play to them. And then to be fair, I did hear them singing quite a lot, even after the first half, and they were 3-0 down. So fair play to them. Their support was absolutely brilliant tonight. So I'll give them kudos to that. But they just didn't really have it on the day, really. We just absolutely bossed them from start to finish. And like I say, I am absolutely loving Garnerball right now. A 5-star performance, and hopefully we can carry on these performances, not just into Saturday, but for the rest of the season, man. We look seriously good at the moment. And yeah, I just can't wait for the next game and see what this season has in store for us. So that is it for this match reaction, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, can you possibly leave a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and turn on those post notifications so you are notified of every time I upload a new video. What do you guys think of the game? Let me know in the comments below. I'm sure I don't need to ask you, or you guys don't need to tell me. It was an absolutely unbelievable performance. I do apologise for this video being a little bit shaky. Obviously, I have been drinking a little bit, but can you really blame me? Obviously, I'm in pure celebration mode right now after that performance. Like I say, I've not enjoyed a game down the Valley quite like that in ages, and I don't remember us being 3-0 up at half time or us winning 5-1 in, I think, ever, to be honest. It is absolutely outstanding. So yeah, on to Saturday, on to Cambridge. I cannot wait for that game. This has been Tyler Runnington. Have a nice day, and I will see you all in that video. Take it easy, stay safe. I'll see you later, and up the addicts.